see a nose. I see a nose peeking out of there. Joster, what are you doing? Joster, what are you doing? Are you gonna go hang out with me? I'll take that as a yes. Good to see you, my friend. And good morning, sir. How are you today? Okay, cool. Well, good morning, my friends. It's your old pal, Jordan the Lion. How are you today? It's gonna be a great day today. I'm gonna take it a little easy because I have a huge day tomorrow, but I gotta make a few phone calls, schedule a few appointments, and what we're gonna go see for the vlog today is a little out of the ordinary. We're actually gonna see a place that I guess this falls into the category of supply and demand. A man thought that the world needed this and that it was lacking this, so he supplied it, and apparently Los Angeles demanded it. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. Well, as usual, we're gonna start the day out here at the park. Jaw deserves it. Last week it couldn't get the sun to go away, and now it won't come out at all. Look at that garage door. Isn't that something? It's a bookcase. Well, it's like a big puppy party out here already. Nice and busy out here. He better find somebody to play with today. That's just about as much of the sun as we're gonna get, I think. There's his buddy Barnum. Now he's got somebody to play with. Hi. You having fun? You got the ball? Wow, you got it? You forgot the ball. Puppy wrestle. Fight.
Get it. John, get Betty. Get her.
Oh, look at the tough guy. Are you having fun playing? Good time at the park, huh, Jaw? Time to go. You had a blast. Well, we just made it home and I had a package sitting outside my door, and it's the coffee that my mom sent me. Even though she knows I have an entire closet full, she said, I want to make sure you got the holiday flavors. And I did. Ah, pumpkin paradise. Oh, and my personal favorite, the first snow. Well, in 1961, a man named Harry Schiller got the bright idea where he said, a lot of women want to dance, they just don't know where to start. And so he and his wife opened up what was once known as the Pink Pussycat, the College of Striptease, also affectionately known as the Naval Academy. Now, by day, this was a college of striptease. And you would find people parroting the Rat Pack members. You would have Fran Sinatra and Dina Martin and Samaya Davis. And then in the evening, this would be a fully functioning strip club. And you could come here and occasionally find all those members of the Rat Pack here hanging out, fraternizing with those same women that shared their name. In fact, in 1964, in one of the roasts, Bob Hope would even make a comment about how important the Pink Pussycat was to LA. Now, one of the great things about this place was that one of the main instructors here was a woman named Sally Marr. And Sally Marr was actually the mother of groundbreaking comedian Lenny Bruce, and she would actually have Lenny perform here occasionally. Now, this place actually basically operated under four rules. Four rules for anyone who wanted to apply to go here. You had to be, number one, over 21. 2, you had to be of high moral character. 3, you had to be seriously interested in the art of striptease. And 4, you had to possess a voluptuous body. And I was actually able to find a picture of Alice Schiller, the wife of Harry Schiller, standing right here. And you could have seen the old Pink Pussycat and College of Striptease sign painted on the wall. And she was actually basically the main instructor here, along with Sally Marr. She would go on to say that she had glamorized 1,000 pussycats here and had seen 12 of them be married off to multimillionaires, and one woman was actually tipped almost $3,000 one night, went home with the guy, and she said she never saw her again. Now when you went here, it actually would cost $100 for 10 sessions. You would take courses such as the history and theory of striptease, applied sensual communications, elementary bumps and grinds, dynamic mammary, navel, and pelvic rotations, fundamentals of taking it off. And one of the groundbreaking things about this place was that you could actually do a correspondence course through the mail. For $4.95 you could mail in, you could fill out all the paperwork and everything, and they would send you an instruction manual, basically the rules and guidelines that they would go through, the courses here. You would get 2 bonnet bosom bustiers, you would get a G-string and a rhinestone navel ring. Now if you look in the movie The Swinger, you can actually see that this is the original sign. Now if you take away the cocktails part and you put burlesque, and then on top where it says 7969, you can actually see there's some other holes up there, and that's where it would have said the Pink Pussycat. And in the movie, you would actually see, I believe it was Fran Sinatra and Dina Martin and all those favorite names that would be parodied off of the Rat Pack that I mentioned before. Now the Pink Pussycat would actually last here for almost 20 years, if you can believe it. And it would eventually be replaced by, from what I read, a gay disco called Peanuts. And then it went on to be some other sort of nightclub name. I think that's what that 7969 is. It's the address, but it was also the name of the club at one point. Now I believe it's a dance studio. I think it's called the Delilah Dance Studio. Now in 1960, when Harry and Alice decided they were going to open this, Alice didn't even want to do it. She thought it was a bad idea, and Harry talked her into it, and she would go on to become a total authoritarian on beauty for pretty much the rest of her life, and would go down as one of the godmothers of striptease. Now the Pink Pussycat was actually right next door to what was a really great eatery called the French Marketplace, and it closed about a year or so ago. So it was a really interesting place. I can't quite explain it, but when you walked in, you really felt like you were in France. They had basically you walked in and there was an eatery in the center, and then shops that surrounded it on the outside, kind of the way the Buck Owens Crystal Palace was. Now it's all closed off, and it's really too bad. I mean, this is a really interesting place. I'd eaten here with Shelly a few times. I just noticed this on the ground. Wonder what the story is. Yeah, this was a great eatery. Very good. This was the outdoor seating area. Ah, it's too bad. Really too bad. Hate to see this kind of stuff go away. And I'm not even sure why. Well, that's sad. 2 gems of history gone. To think in the early 60s and mid 60s, this wall would have been completely pink. So basically underneath all those layers of yellowish white paint is that original sign and pink coating. Well, I went ahead and spared you guys the misery of having to watch me do the laundry, but it's done, and I thought, oh, this will make his day. He can get up here and play in it and roll around. Nope, doesn't want anything to do with it today. Do ya? Even though I'll be working tomorrow, don't you worry about Jaw. He's gonna go over and play with Pollyanna all day. Well, Lionhearts, I'm gonna call it a night. Tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna be working, so you'll actually get a pre-recorded vlog, but it's a great one. You'll love it. And I want to thank Kevin Hageman and Nancy Hopple for your donations, and everybody else. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one. Goodbye.